closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Second season in a Cardinal uniform. Here's James Conner.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might have to take all the chances and take out the win. I would expect them to throw every trick in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 30. Well executed, 22-yard gain. First carry now for Dalvin Cook.
And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. And Cook has it, left side.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Complete to Justin Jefferson. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 16-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 8. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Smith.
And the Vikings are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Cook.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now back to throw.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that makes the score 7-0.
This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
There's a Darius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Wilson Smith running right through. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. So they get the interception, and almost as importantly, a big return after that.
And who's the guy that saved the touchdown, partner? The guy who threw the interception. A lot of times, he just gives it the old Olay, but give him credit. He went old school. He was determined not to make this a pick six, and he got there in time to make the tackle.
And it'll be intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cards are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, your first drive in the first quarter, you get it down there, trying to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending.
He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 39 yards there, a big one. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, it's now a 2-touchdown lead in the opening quarter. Following that pick six, they are off to a fast start in this one.
And absolutely ecstatic on the sideline after that play, aren't they? Not just because they've got the lead, but how about seeing one of their guys get a chance to take it in for 6? Already up a pair of touchdowns. They've got everything going their way early on.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. Now Andy Lee will come on to punt this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to go and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 40-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Here's Murray. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. He sent it back, and now this game's been going. Here's Andy Lee now. been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did.
We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Murray. And the reception made by Green. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Murray. Looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I heard a little bit better because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggling to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
The Vikings engineering to take over at their own 28-yard line.
The Minnesota offense are not ready to get this next drive underway.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 3rd down. Here's a run by Cook. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Setting up the screen for Cook.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
Right back to Cook for another completion.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Back to throw again. That is caught by Thielen. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 20-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Justin Jefferson bringing in the slam. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
They'll run with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Dalvin Cook
as the first half is winding down.
And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And it is 28-0. And they got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you got no shot then.
Murray's throw here into the hands of Moore. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Murray now on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play in this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
There's some space here. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cards are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. After the turnover, here's Murray. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't done the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blocks like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And now here is another interception. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions. interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
On second down, Cook. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And my goodness, another interception. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 41. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
58 yards rushing for him now to this point. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Osborne. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw. To Jefferson on the slant. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. They'll run for it with Cook. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Vikings have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it is 42-0. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And, look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally, take a few hits off the quarterback because...
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. He's got Green. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. 1st down, Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw taken in by Green here.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll run for it with Connor, and they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They go play action here on first down. And he's got it.
And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Cook will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Lewis. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, and they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. Shotgun now for Murray. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. It'll be a gain of 5. And now it's 3rd and 3. He's been quiet today in the passing game. Just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, They'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner, who's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man and try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, giving different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself,
and how about this, a fake? Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point.
And my goodness, another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cards are going to have it here just past the 25. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw is Murray. And this will be swung out here for counter. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Murray now on 1st down. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Here's Murray from midfield. Going deep for Hopkins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
Going deep for Hopkins. And he's got it inside the 10. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Here's Murray. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Extra point good by Prater as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Pulls it in at the 13. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
It was apparent that they were the better team. They figured that out pretty early, but give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed it out with a football.
Fans usually love to see scoring, and there's no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second.
Petty don't matter. Far as the teller, I pray to God they rattle tattle. Hey, what's a rapper? I started off that, now I'm better. I get capital. I help my people to get stay out my business. I'm so iceberg slimish, stainless.